Yeah, I wanted to show you something that I may have figured out on the noisy ink pumps on these Pagewides. The one in our demo room was making this noise, and we even replaced one of the pumps, and we were pretty sure we knew which one it was, but we replaced the pump and it still made the noise. So I wanted to show you like a way to try to find out which one is making the noise, and also a possible fix. So I noticed that when I was running this machine, I could have swore it was this black one making this noise. So I tried to kind of loosen the pumps and try to narrow down which one was making the noise. My plan was to go ahead and replace the black pump, but I wanted to make sure, and I ended up finding out that it was this yellow one instead. And the way I figured that out is I went through all the pumps and I loosened the mounting screws until I found the one that was making the noise. So when I loosen the two screws on the pump, you can pull it away from the gears. And when I pulled it back like that, I did that for all these black ones, and then eventually got to this one, and when I pulled it back, the noise went away. So before I replaced the pump assembly, I wanted to take a closer look at the gears and try to figure out why it's making this noise. And I think I found that it is the actuator that spins the pump on the inside. So you can get to that little actuator by taking these mounting screws off. Make sure to only do these bigger number 15 screws. You don't want to undo these little tiny ones because the pump will leak everywhere. I haven't done that yet, but I'm pretty sure it will leak if you do these little screws. But anyways, when you pull this pump away, if you want to be gentle not to disconnect the tubes, but you'll see this little finger like actuator back behind there, and this thing will come out, and all it is a gear with this little angled finger on it. And when this gear spins around, it is spinning this little pump. It's making this pump oscillate, and that's what's causing the ink to pump, is the rotation of these I think there's like 3 little rubber pumps in there, and the spinning action of this causes this to oscillate. I had some success by greasing these before, and that took care of the noise on one of my other machines, but this time I was taking a closer look at it, and I had wondered if maybe something was rubbing between this actuator and the pump itself, and I could tell that the actual pump, the hole that this goes into, was pressing all the way against the end of this little post. And so what I did is I took a file and I filed down. There's like a little ridge right at the very bottom of this post. So I took a file and I filed that down just to try to take that ridge down a little bit. Like so. And I just took maybe, I don't know, maybe a millimeter down from where it was, maybe half a millimeter, wasn't much. And I just put it back in there, and I didn't even put grease on it or anything. Just make sure the post goes inside that hole. And sure enough, when I put this thing back on there, the noise totally went away. So maybe this was a fluke, but it seems to have fixed it on this machine. So I'm not gonna bother with replacing the pump. I'm just gonna run with this and see if the noise comes back or not. So just wanted to share that with you. Maybe give it a try if you come across one of these, and let me know. Thanks.